Cracking.
The Glamradel Gladiators are setting up with an emphasis to the front.
Fantastic. Sorry guys, we've had a complete crash. My system died. So we have to find another. All that chatting was for nothing. Oh well. It's taken a long time to load. I don't know what happened there. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, nothing to report so far, except that you will probably get back in time for kickoff.
Fabulous. We're back in. So, Kabul TV.
Welcome to Cabal Vision HD. I'm Jim Johnson, and I'm immortal. Over to my right here is my good friend, Bob Bifford.
Oh my goodness, we are in.
Alright! About to play the greatest game in the world!
So, just to see that we're all synced up, are you at about 1 minute 40 coming up?
Just loading. Just loading.
I'm excited, Jim.
I'm very excited. It's a shame that it dies when the I know obviously the game froze, it's no big deal, but it's a shame that it stopped the broadcast. I guess it doesn't want to broadcast my basically my PS4 screen, I guess, or for whatever reason. Maybe there's restrictions.
Good evening.
Okay.
It just comes up as a blank screen for a little while.
Yeah, well, it died completely, so it actually stopped broadcasting.
Okay.
And I had to start again, so all of that we were talking about a minute ago is all gone. Right, so they're about to kick the ball. So I've got a high kick. Are you synced up?
Entirely, yep.
Fantastic. So we'll keep hold of our controllers because there's a lot of stuff that pauses. So he's under the ball. And thrower picks it out the air. Because he's an elf. Okay. I'm going to try and let the sort of the UI do its own thing during this. So I'll try not to move around too much. I know that annoyed a few people last time. Because I was zooming in. I'll let it kind of do what it likes. Okay.
So, because no one can see my screen, if you want to know who's who and you don't want to jerk the screen around, give us a shout and I can do that.
Sounds good. Okay, so the Elves have obviously chosen to receive for the quick score. I reckon they'll try and gang up on the werewolf at some point. They have to. Sorry, that's probably wrong. At the end of the day, they're all armor 7 anyway, so it's not too bad for them, really, considering. I mean, would you focus your efforts on the werewolf, or would you focus your efforts on somebody else? If you were an elf unminting.
Knowing Ollie,
is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
He doesn't tend to go for the foul.
No.
He likes to stay.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't bow.
Based, so I'm not sure he'll target. If he's left stupidly open, I think it would be looking a gift horse in the map if he didn't try smashing.
Well, I guess he's not so much of a killer in this game. I mean, he's got the frenzy, which helps, but like he's only knocking down the blitzers down to armor 7. There's only 2 players that he can actually affect, but it's more, I think, his speed. If you can get rid of him.
I think he'll get rid of the ghoul as well. I think he'll try and do that.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Because it's the easy target.
Yeah, you're right. Ghouls are agility free. Are they agility free? Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So.
But with dodge,
dodge is huge.
They are, slightly more reliable than I wish they were.
Need to be close.
Necromantic teams.
Smell your breath and see the dead insects.
I do like the Necromantic. They've got a great mixture of players.
The attacker has an assist.
I just wish the.
So here comes the blitz.
Oh yeah, from the blitzer as well. Oh, my UI HUD's in the way.
Yep.
He's not continued moving.
Left.
Oh, he is moving.
He's thinking.
Oh, he's going for a pass here. What do you think?
Maybe to level himself up a little bit.
Always indecisive.
Thrower's still open, ready to move. Yeah, Ollie's considering caging on his left.
Or is he calling a bluff? That's the good thing about Elves, is you can kind of throw players down both sides, and then you kind of get confused where to go with your team as a defence. You're like, well, do I go that way or do I go that way? And you have to split your team up. Then when you've had players knocked down, like he's already got 4 players down who are tied up, it actually gets even more difficult.
I want to see the opposing team.
It's a good way of beating that. Yeah, it's a good way of using. Oh,
That ball moved faster than a snuggling
boy.
with a run.
SPP farm is open. Bing, 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 bing. So that is a completion for the thrower. All of a sudden, he's already got a player potentially who can level up with an MVP landing in the right place, which is what you want to do. And I guess with Elves, you can literally throw SPP everywhere.
So that's Darmeluian Falane, the thrower. Let's call him Dare. Dan Dare. That's who.
Dan Dare.
His name's Dare now. Who
Darth.
dares wins? We'll see.
Yeah. So have they? I'm just seeing if Ollie's named all his players. I think he has, isn't he? Or were they?
Well, they all look pretty standard. Yeah, they're all standard LV names.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's Sam gone with?
I like Armin the Stab. I like that. Guago the Returned. I don't know if that's their real name. I don't know if Sam's filled these out himself. But
No, I think these are standards as well.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time doing my
Guapo.
Wapo. I can't quite see my screen's just a bit too small because of the way that the streaming interface works. I can't quite
Yes.
see it.
I think there's a way that you can turn that off. But
I think so. I don't want to go and do it now, so I'll break it.
faff about with it later. So the flesh golems are pushing up,
You'll get an assist now. Wuss.
introducing a bit of pressure.
And stand firm.
Oh, they're not going anywhere.
No. A blodging
They're
flesh
gathering
golem
around that
is
lone
impossible to
player,
get rid of.
like halflings round a sandwich. Now, he's on him now.
Bad
like
stain.
a halfling on a hot dinner.
On the blitz.
It's a little bit
Fail.
stucky though.
It was one of them. I think it could have gone from an angle behind the flesh golem, so you won't be able to see what I'm doing, Tony, unless we've got the live stream on. He should have sort of gone from the back left and in, and then he could have decided to follow up if he'd got the power, or he could have moved to this position to allow the zombie to then at least get a 2 dice block on this blitzer. But because of where he's moved, he's effectively sort of done himself out of a 2 dice block there, I think. But yeah, he went the wrong way in, I believe.
Well, my gut instinct says that Ollie's going to try and dodge away from that. He's not going to try and press any kind of advantage in the next turn.
No. He'll hit where he can, I think, but mostly he's, I think every player's in danger, other than maybe one of the guys on the right. But that's it, turn. They've kind of done their hit, and that's all they've been able to do, so...
So what's your money on? Switching wings now? Or
I think the blitzer on the far right will dodge out and fly down the side, or he'll hit the ghoul on the way if he can get an assist, but I don't think he can. He might just fly down the side into scoring position, and then he'll probably try and run down the other side with a load of guys, as you say, but then it gives him the opportunity to lob the ball over. But the werewolf's not moved, he's not in danger either, so he's a movement 8 blitzer if he needs to be, and if anybody's too close to the edge of the pitch, then good night.
I've often wondered,
Well,
who will
you got hope so.
in a fight between you and Morgan Thorne?
I think we're
Contractually,
going to see
I'm
him
not allowed
cautiously
to
start
say,
to cage
Joe.
on the other side.
Suffice to say that
Right.
the matter has already been
Indeed.
settled.
Ollie seems to be not doing anything at the moment. Oh, here we go. He was contemplating. He had his thinking cap on.
Safety in numbers.
He He always needs a minute, and he's not used to the UI yet, so that's actually advantage to Sam.
Yeah. Well, you got one dice block there. I don't know if you saw that. I know it was his blitzer, but. Whew. So rerolls wise, oh, what have we got? We've got 3 rerolls for the Elves and 2 rerolls for the Necromantic. So what you normally can do, I think, is you have 1 white, 1 and 2 ghouls, and then you can have 3 rerolls. I think that's how it works. I think that's how it works out. 'Cause I think they're a little bit more expensive, the whites. But I'll have to check. I know that Mel's got 3 rerolls. I think he may have only had 1 flesh golem as well. I can't remember. They were running down there, Tony. They're running.
Going for the right.
Yep.
I thought it would happen. He left a nice little layer of elves not based up, and that's always quite handy when you want to shift across.
Do you miss the old days?
Then obviously he's going to try and dodge the rest of his dudes out.
Not really, Jim. A lot more rules.
Maybe
roll a 1.
1 or 2 down.
You couldn't just walk into the crowd on a murderous rampage.
Well,
no,
that's what rerolls
you
are
had
for.
to ask permission.
It's going to be a tough league for Necromantic because they'll score a lot, but their other positional players won't get many casualties because there's just not going to be anybody they can hit until they come up against me, and then they'll be able to hit my peasants to death.
But they're a hard team to outnumber after a couple of games have gone by.
Yeah, very true. So he's moved everybody down. He's got a minute and a half left. He's just dodge town now. Which dodge does he go with first? I don't think he'll use a reroll if he gets a 1. So he's got to think which one he's going to do first. Oh, oh, oh no! That was cheeky. So that's the catcher. So you go for it.
Scoring threat.
Yeah, and I think as we were saying, that blitzer on the other side is going to run out. I'm trying to see where the other catcher is. I cannot tell the difference between these guys. Have a little look at him.
Part of the cage. No,
Oh, is he the one with the ball? He is the one with the ball. So he was the one who was thrown to. Okay.
So the cage is made of a blitzer, a lino, a thrower, and the catcher's the ball carrier. The other catcher has run forward, possibly as a threat, and but more importantly, maybe as a distraction. If Sam knows his apples, he might just be letting him score this turn.
Yes. He is what you want, isn't it? Thing is, like, Elves are a team that can get the ball back. Like, if let's say the Ghoul can't pick up the ball, then the Elves will be there in 2 turns, and that'll be the end of that. Especially if they'll blitz through. The zombies are too slow to get back. It can become a bit of a nightmare. Oh, that is a stun.
This is the beginning of the route.
Well, I'm surprised the Elves hit anything. Now it depends what he wants to do with the other Elves. Does he leave them in there? No. So he dodges another one out.
Seconds left. There we go. And
the other one's in trouble.
Smells like a fight is about to happen.
Was that a deliberate sacrifice, or did he just run out of time?
Run out of time. I reckon he'll say it was deliberate.
No.
It was deliberate. Yeah, it was deliberate. He made a choice. Okay. Some ghouls. Oh, that is minging. Oh no. Oh, he's got blocked. I thought that was the flesh golem. Woo. So that was a
that could have been bad.
Unfortunate. But that would have just allowed the Elves to turn burn. For at least a turn. A turn more. But now.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone.
So a
Should be good.
flesh golem is movement 4. Which is pretty good. If you're Nurgle, take it. I do love my Nurgly Gurglies.
More the
I almost
merrier.
took him in this, but I thought, nah, I'm just going to use something new. There's only so much punishment I can take.
My my next Open League effort is going to be Kislev. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome. You have to speak to Jerome, because he's using effectively Kislev. And they're funny, man.
Yeah, smells like
Sorry,
a good old-fashioned
I should say
fight.
slum, shouldn't I? Really, that's the real. That's
They're,
really what they
they're
are.
frogs in fantastic disguises.
This player
Oh.
likes to be well assisted.
Ooh, dear.
He's going to sleep.
Oh no, who's knocked out? Ooh. So the wolf is stunned.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Possibly.
I think
Possibly.
so. I think that was worth it. Unfortunately, he had to use the reroll earlier. If he hadn't used the reroll, he probably would have used it there. Who knows? Who knows? But he probably would have carried on moving around. Now, I mean, the Elves can score. Well, it's going to be tough for him. I mean, they're going to have to dodge this guy out, the blitzer. Who's deep. He's going to have to dodge out and get into the end zone. And then they're going to have to just literally pass the ball to him. I just feel that if they don't do that, they're going to be surrounded pretty quickly. I think a lot of the guys can get around the back. Sorry, a lot of the Necromantic can get around the back, and that's where you start to shut Elves down, and then you stop them from being able to dodge it on twos.
Okay, so the werewolf's down for a turn.
Yeah, which is bad.
it's
But then the
possible-
blitzer's there.
Yeah. But it's possible to just kind of to knock that zombie out the way, and kind of tie up the flesh golem and the white for this turn. But that's
That's
not
a
something we
holding
really
maneuver,
want to
if ever I
risk
saw
yet,
one.
is it?
Let's grab a feather and shove it up there. Something
He's
for all the good
helped
night.
himself out a bit there.
Yeah, he's elected to go for the golem.
Yeah.
It's-
You can probably
Is he
form a
gonna mark
cage.
up the
He
white?
can form a cage, to be fair, like a half cage on the edge of the pitch with ease, and then just run it in. Depends what he wants to go for. If he wants to go for the score, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Notoriously thoughtful here.
It's good to
How
be
much
thoughtful.
movement have we got left on that blitzer? Just go for it. So he's deciding whether or not to go for it, or whether to switch out to another player.
Yeah. 3 rerolls. 2 rerolls left. Ah, I got them the wrong way around.
Yeah.
Sorry, the undead, the Necromantic had 3 rerolls. Sorry, and the Elven Union had 2.
I think you said that right the first time.
Did I? Oh, cool. In my head,
so.
I might have said it right, but in my head, I had it the wrong way around. Like a melon that I am.
So you said it wrong from what you thought it was, but were accidentally caught.
Accidentally got it right. It's the story of my
Well,
life. So Aaron is watching,
you
and
better
he's
be lucky.
oh yeah. Aaron's watching, and he said, "Keep going." Checking in from Pisa area in Malta. I would say I'm jealous, but I was there in April, so it's beautiful over there. It is beautiful.
So, what you're saying, we've got an international audience.
Well, yeah. If you count other league members as international,
That ball's
I do.
Count them.
tapped.
I count
When are they gonna replace it?
I don't know, Rob, and I know what you're doing. You just want me to.
So I guess I don't know how many of these you want to do, mate.
Please.
But I'm quite happy to do these.
I'm
I
not
think it's quite a lot of fun.
Buzz killed.
I'm going to set up a smaller screen so I can do this kind of and let my missus use the telly when I'm doing this silly Blood Bowl-ness. But I
Yeah.
quite enjoy doing this stream. It's quite fun. I think when we play our own game, we'll just have to get over 2 guys to commentate, or we can just shout at each other as we play, like we did last time.
We could do that,
Players
or we
arrive
could
to
play it,
assist their
and we could
teammate.
watch it retrospectively. It would be quick, because the turns don't count.
Yeah, it kind of just keeps going, doesn't it? I watched a few replays. It's sort of snappy, isn't it?
It is.
It just
is.
picks up and it goes and goes. Ooh! Turn over. Who was that? Was that the Blitzer? Wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
He's A-okay.
He's fine.
So now it's
How's
tough.
he got moving here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. We can
enough.
get a blitz. We can get a blitz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah, but it's 2 go for it, and it's looking like a 1 dicer. I can't see where he's going to get any support from. So you're right. Yeah, they're very slow. You could get support from the other blitzer, but it's the other white, but it's like a 2 go for it. It's a dodge. Yeah, too many dice. I think Sam's just hoping that he's going to score.
Yeah, Sam's got the decision here. He's got to just hit people, which is what he's doing now. He has to have to hit people or go for this silly score. Silly. I mean, what he should do really is at least move the ghoul and this zombie in deep into like scary land. So at least that he has to try and form another cage or try and score.
Maybe before he rolls all these scary dice too.
Exactly. You want to put people deep so that the threat's there, because as I found with Nurgle, yeah. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Yeah. Tie him up. Tie him up. He's not going to want to fail a dodge.
Cheap zombies.
I think he will just run this in, Ollie.
This is going to be decisive.
I really do.
Yeah. He won't want to take the injuries.
No.
Smells weakness.
A couple of good hits and this game turns on its head. The zombies move so funny. I think the best movement in this game has to be the rotters. I think they're so funny. They're sort of just arms back, bloated bellies out, and they just waddle. Well, brilliant.
I've seen a couple of good glitches with the rotters as well, where their heads and arms are smaller than
no way.
Than their body model, so that the head kind of comes out at waist level and looks like essentially a zombie cop. It's very.
But you can get extra heads.
The link
so
and send it to you.
Yeah, when you get extra heads, they have literally just their head coming out of their pants or something, I think, which I think is brilliant. All right, what do we reckon? Is he going to score? He's probably wondering, oh, I've got to re-roll. No, in it goes. Touchdown!
Surprise, the Elves have scored. Do you have a prediction for the final score of this match yet?
Now Ollie scored that quickly, it could be 2-1 to the Necromantic, but it'll either be 2-1 to one or the other. I think Sam will run at least one in, probably in the second half, more likely. 2-1, I'm going to say, to somebody.
This team now has to kick the ball to
Probably the Elves.
squad.
They'll want to get it back as soon as
I reckon one of Sam's drives will fail, and Ollie will run it in. We shall see. It'll be 4-0 now.
Oh, I have crashed.
Oh no.
Sodden blood, by the way. Okay. So, have you put any more thought into a commentary name?
No, I haven't put any thought into it. Just the Commissioner is fine. It's a nickname. It's a nickname, and everybody calls me now.
Commish.
I'm nameless. Slave to Knuckle. You would have loved it last night, mate. It was incredible. I almost went out and bought all the gear to stream it live. Just to do it. I was going to take out a DBL loan, dirty DBL loan out some dirty bank, and buy all the bits. It's not horrendously expensive, but probably only be about 300-400 quid. But you know, to stream like all that kind of thing. But yeah,
You're looking
On
at
balance,
GoPro and stuff.
I prefer the passing
So-
to running down the field.
GoPros are,
One
you know, they are
tactic is for the
great, but you're kind of
intellectual
paying
elite.
for something that's
The other
supposed to be thrown down
is for
mountains and
simpletons.
thrown out of airplanes and
I
survive.
like running down the field.
So you're kind of paying extra,
Whatever type
you
I
know,
am.
200 quid for something that pretty much does what a webcam does. So I'll probably get a decent webcam. So there's a webcam called Logitech. I think it's one of the high-end HD cameras. So you can buy one of those, and we've got it at work, and which we use to stream between America, and it is really good. Our internet's not great at work, so it doesn't always look too good on the other end. But like, just streaming HD, you can film it, so you can record it in HD onto the machine and stream. It might not be as good quality. The only issue is you have one there, it's kind of getting a setup. Do you have one decent one over the top? So there's like almost like a angle poise lamp, effectively, but it's just got the screw for the what's it called, tripod screw, effectively.
Yep.
So you add the camera to that. The wire goes around that thing. Stick it onto an edge of the table. It's got a big fat 50mm clamp.
I often think Blood Bowl
Stick
might
it
be
on the
better
table
if
and then
we
string
got
straight
rid of
down.
the whole
It's what I've been
ball
planning to do for ages. I've got the clamp.
straight to the baby.
It's just time, and I'm worried that streaming and you know, the internet's not too great
It's just war then.
at like the 7
You could
dials.
see that any time of
I don't, you know, I'd be trying to get people over here
Let's go.
streaming. It's just not as good an atmosphere. Then you got to have mics as well. Pete's bought a microphone, so it's potential. You know, with one camera, we could do it. Whether or not it'll be any good, I don't know. But just to capture the bonkersness that we do and get up to would just be funny. Would just be hilarious. So I want to do it. I'm going to try and get one sorted next month. Get a camera sorted. We were going to use some money from t-shirts to get the camera, but I think I'd rather get pictures for events. So we're gonna, it's just whatever we can do, and get it up online and see if anybody likes it. And if nobody does, it doesn't matter, because we're streaming it to the other Blood Bowl guys. You know, that's the whole idea, is to allow people who are at work late, or you know, got to be at home doing dinner, can just have it on in the background. Us lot getting merry, throwing dice at each other. But last night was insane. It was insane. It was. I'll explain for anybody who might be listening and wondering what we're talking about. There's 34 of us in a tabletop league, and 32 people get to the knockouts. So the bottom 4, effectively, out of all of the divisions, there's 8 divisions, has to go into a qualifier. So last year we did it just as 2 games, 2 single games, and the winners from them 2 games carried on to the round of 16. But this year, Death Bowl, we played Death Bowl, we love it. So a lot of the guys who were down near the bottom were all going, yeah. Apart from yourself, Tony, you didn't seem too keen. The other 4 were absolutely all over it. Ollie wanted to play in it, you know. And in the end, Dan, with his Chaos Dwarves, slipped in on the last day into the bottom 4 after losing 3-0, saving you and saving Jack from the Death Bowl. So it was Chaos Dwarf team, who and I think Dan really struggled with them. He's been playing Dwarves all year, and then he switched to Chaos Dwarves and just hasn't got his brain around him.
Do you think there's going to be
And
any
then,
action at all in this
who
game?
else was it?
I'd
So
like
it
to
was
see something
Ollie,
happen.
who's playing
I'm
now
just
with
gonna go and
these
watch
elves.
Game
He
of
was using his
Thrones
ogres.
instead.
A guy called Elwin, who's using a very different orc team. And he's been, and you know, he had all the worst luck. You know, if he was in my division, he had all the bad luck that you could ever imagine. He had it. And then George with his halflings. So it was 2 stunty teams, an orc team that was half stunty almost, and a Chaos Dwarf team who's
Mutant dwarfs.
yeah. And because of them, then in it, I think their team value was 1450. They're one of the highest team value teams. It meant that all the other lot could get, like Elwin had 500k of inducements. So we bought Ripper, Free Mercenary, I think it was Free Mercenary. Ooh, that's a good hit by the white. So effectively we were playing 4-way Death Bowl. If you don't know what Death Bowl is, I'd recommend looking it up to anybody who does watch this later or listens to it. It is just a crisscross crash of Blood Bowl. 2 balls, every player can blitz 3 times a turn, but they can blitz each player once. And mayhem, it's absolute mayhem, and you can score in any of the other 3 touchdown zones. And top 2 went through, and I think Elwin had all of his good luck in that game. With all the bad luck he's had, he had it all good. He was doing 2 dice uphill that were working. He was grabbing balls in tackle zones, getting it out, throwing it. So it ended up 4-3-2-1 to the breeze. The Orcs went through alongside the Ogres. Although there was a hairy moment at the end where the Steelers, who were the Chaos Dwarves, could have run it in to beat Ollie to 2nd place, and it was a 3-up dodge with a re-roll. Rolled a 1 and then rolled a 2, and I mean we'd been loud all day, all evening, just screaming at each other, and in that particular moment we all went insane. It was berserk. Yeah, there was beer thrown, many screamings. We screamed so much we annoyed 40k players.
Yeah, I wasn't there, but I was following the commentary on WhatsApp, and you could tell that the emotions were running high just from what you guys were saying. Which was, oh my god, I can't even talk anymore. Like, it was
can't
mental.
comprehend.
It looked mental.
It was all good. It was all good fun until it got to sort of turn 12, 13, and then all of a sudden everybody went, "All right, we're running out of turns here." And it got a little bit serious, and there was a few casualties. Yeah, there was a few casualties, and then Ollie had this sudden realisation that, oh my god, Dan can beat me, because the difference, if you're equal on touchdowns, it's then casualties caused that separate
Wasn't
people.
there a scary moment where he had two balls as well?
Had both well, Ollie had 2 ogres with a ball each at one point.
And then got blitzed by an orc.
Yeah, and then, well, Black Orc went in, 2 dice uphill,
right next
double skull. He went, no, both. Sorry, double both down, and he went, yep. So Elwin just went in without a care in the world, and he smashed it. Which I think sometimes the way to play it, because if you go into it with any thoughts of grandeur, you're going to get annihilated in Death Bowl. So in the end, the Halflings got eliminated. So they're the first team out, alongside the Chaos Dwarves. All because they failed a 3-up reroll, 3-up rerollable dodge. Otherwise they would have been through.
That was my only real stance against the Death Bowl, was that I wanted to avoid the ignominy of being one of the first out, especially with an elf team. That just seems wrong, and I didn't want to. Upset anyone. Your division
was hard. I mean, Rory, there's no denying it. He's probably one of the best players, if not the best player. He's played a lot of Blood Bowl in his time. He knows everything. He knows everything, all that he's doing. And then Jimbo's almost, he goes to tournaments every month almost, it seems to be. So like the two of them, great, great players to play against to learn the game, but not great. Yeah, well, you know the game, but yeah, not great to come up against in your first sort of tabletop league. And then the Chaos Dwarves, which aren't easy to play against.
They're the sort of anti-elves a bit, but it didn't really matter because it didn't have any dodge pieces.
No. See, just block. Oh, we've got block too. Oh, okay.
We've got more block than you do.
Yeah, because that game you played, the first game you played against the Chaos Dwarves, that's the only game that Dan really turned it on. And then you did the opposite to him, and you smashed him the other way around. So you kind of shared the spoils.
Yeah.
I think if you'd lost that game, that was a big winning that. If you'd lost that would have been it. You'd have been in the Death Bowl.
So Dan's got a way that he likes to play, and I should have known to expect that in the first match and done stuff to counter it, and didn't. And then in the second match, I did the things that I should have done in the first match, and that worked out for me. So I was also playing at home. The fans had a lot to do with it. They're always the 12th man. Yada yada yada.
So I think next year I want to try and make the home advantage a bit more beneficial. I just don't know how to do it so that it's fair. I think it's quite beneficial when you've got teams that can push you off. So when you're like Norse and you're at home, you can push the opposition off and they disappear, and if you get pushed off, you're fine. Certain teams do, but it barely affected me. It was just like the weather table. really was the only thing that happened to me.
Smells like a good old-fashioned fight.
I think that's what it needs to be. Just a little bit of flavour. Nothing too crazy. Nobody's complained about it so far, so...
I think pretty much every single kick-off event that we had was really normal in my league. Or at least for all my games. Nothing unexpected, nothing too unbalancing.
Yeah.
He's coming to help his buddy.
But maybe there's a way that you could use some of the kick-off events as kind of like event cards for home games, like you know, get the ref or throw a rock or something like that.
What the idea was with the league anyway, like you might not know this, but when I did the first one, when I took over the first one, it was just a shambles because like Zach had set it up so that everybody played each other twice, a bit like a Premier League. And there was 10 of us, so it was 18 games, and everybody got bored, and there was no organisation. And when I think I was watching the Blood Bowl 2 World Cup, it got me inspired to go, wow, this is doable. We could do this. You know, I quite like the idea of the knockouts. The knockout bit, I think it was. Yeah, that inspired me, but it was like they'll have the groups before to develop the teams, because you need to develop the teams. And it's just 6 games is manageable for most people. I mean, I'd love to do one, you know, players who like really want to play a lot of games, do like a kind of Champions League type thing, where you do play everybody twice, but the problem is then you probably not that many people that want to play that many games, so you end up only having 6 players anyway. It's just the same. But I think the best way to do lots of games is Blood Bowl 2, and then a good way just to play a proper tabletop is short leagues with a big ass knockout event afterwards. I couldn't do 20 games back to back with Noble. It would be depressing. It would take a whole year. Anyway, enough about the tabletop stuff.
Let's get back
into this. So the Elves, I wasn't really paying attention. Sorry, but the Ghouls obviously picked the ball up. But hasn't moved in up. I'm not sure, or he's moved back to pick up the ball. But right now, the Elves are all over this little guy. Ooh, is he going to go on to him? He is.
Yep.
And he's a blitzer as well. Eek. I did say. Yes. So it seems like I saw the bits come round. They've got the werewolf down. I think that Sam's just struggled to. Don't know where the ball landed either. So apologies for that. Chatting rubbish. The ball must have landed deep. Ooh.
Yeah, deep back to the left. And the elf goes down.
Reroll.
He's through.
That's a GM.
Oh, no. Ollie, what are you doing?
And he's dead.
Oh, no. Is he? Oh, he's the lino, but jeez.
Cromviel. Is that it? Is that it?
He's got to
save him.
He's got to keep the apothecary. I mean, yeah, he's a great elf, but he's going to die needlessly, right?
Necromancy.
Oh, look at that.
But scary.
Free zombie.
Well,
oh, man.
He's still in the game.
He's still here. He's just not the same.
Alright, I'm going to go and check him out. Where is he? Where is he? Yep.
Oh no.
Cromviel the zombie.
Oh, no.
He's an ugly man. It
He
looks
was an
like he
elf.
suffered some kind of hideous head wound. Most of his scalp's missing.
I love it when people play Blood Bowl for the first time and then when they roll a 1 and they fall over. And you go, well, come on, you got to roll an armor roll. And they go, what? No. Yeah. What do you mean? Well, you have to roll an armor roll. You can die from falling over. What? But then when you see, I've seen a lot of people, you know, draw proper Blood Bowl pictures, and you kind of get this thing in your head that it's this beautiful plain of grass, but it's not. They're normally like gravel pits with rocks and dead squigs on the pitch. You know what I mean? That's what they're supposed to be. Like the comic's quite good for it because you read the comic and I think there was one guy getting smashed against a boulder because it was just in the middle of a rock. rocky fill, rocky outcrop or something. That's how I want the Blood Bowl pitches to be. I mean, alright, this pitch is, you know, pristine, but, you know, could put some traps there, some Skaven traps.
I've got a buddy who could do some very, very quick graphics. If I can get hold of him, he could do very quick graphics for the backbreaker if you wanted. Yeah, he's really, really good.
Oh, really?
I think his madcap style would suit.
Oh, what illustrations?
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. Not yeah, when I mean graphic, I don't mean like design and stuff like that. Artistically, he's good. Comic book stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Excellent.
Wow.
So
we'll get him involved in the league. Does he like Blood Bowl?
I don't know if you play it, but I think he'd like the theme of it.
Yeah.
And if we told him
This player
like
likes to be well assisted in
well,
a fight.
you know, this particular Black Orc killed this elf, he'd be like, yeah, I'm all over that. And,
yeah. I need to do the next bulletin. To be fair, I've got the tools to do it now. I just need to finish it off.
He likes 40k and he likes Necromantic and stuff like that.
Right.
And he likes wacky stuff. So
that's what Blood Bowl is wacky, like proper wacky. Because I don't know if you've seen the comics or if you bought them, but you know they're like they're generic kind of comic books in terms of the illustrations, very Marvel-esque or very DC. It's not too dark, but there is the illustrator who does the Beano and Dandy.
Yeah,
he got involved with it after the first issue came out. He sort of messaged him and said, "I want to do like a back spread," and they're brilliant. They're so funny. Like, it looks like straight out of Dennis the Menace. Fantastic. They look really good. It's just a little comic about some failing goblin coach and his terrible orc team, losing to elves and losing to Skaven, and you know, it's quite good. All right, so the undead, the necromantic have saved themselves a little bit. So the blitzers,
stuck in the middle.
Yeah, the blitzers ran in and smashed the elf blitzer, got him down, allowing the ghoul to run up, forming a sort of a makeshift cage. However, the elves could potentially hit the ball carrier here. Have to see if Ollie does it or not, but it's possible. What do you think? I'd do it.
Are very close. Smells like a fight is about to happen.
It needed dodge, wouldn't it? We're not.
You need a dodge, yeah, but well, maybe not, because he's got 2 dice block on the white. You could do a 2 dice block. Then again, that's probably less likely to happen than 2 up. He hasn't done it. He's blitzed on the back of the cage.
No, he would have still had a lot of players to get through to get at the goal.
But what we've done, because he's got a guy like standing on that the flesh golem, so we'd have to put 2 assists in, and then he would have had to.
Down. The guy on the flesh golem, he's lying down.
He's lying down. Yeah. I'm not very aware. I can only see. I couldn't even see him, to be fair. He's hiding. I thought he was standing up.
Close and
Oh
personal.
dear.
I can see him.
Ollie's going to be spitting teeth. Oof. That is all the rerolls gone.
More the merrier.
Well, if he defends a bit more conservatively, that could be fine. But he'll have to regroup.
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
It's going to be tough. And it's getting tougher. Oh no, that was good. I missed entirely what happened there. I thought that was a push.
Oh, he's doing a foul.
That is cheeky.
That is cheeky, but that is a double 5.
What's he done? Badly hurt. It's
Badly
worth
hurt.
it. What's the Apo say? Is he going to Apo it?
Yes,
He's not going to Apo it.
You can't Apo it. He rolled a double 5, so he's off.
Restart.
Not worth it.
World
Not when the
turns back.
regen saved him.
Oh, regen, of course.
Yeah, regen.
I'm not used to these skanky, unkillable, undead teams.
Oh yeah, they're unkillable. Should say that to my Nurgle. I think they passed 2 regens in the whole season, and everybody else has died.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I've had 5 warriors die. Every single one who's been injured has died, but I saved 2.
Would you have said that was worth it? Was that worth it?
It would have been worth it. It's one of them. If you'd rolled a 1, 2, and 3 on the regen, it would have been absolutely worth it. Because a lineman for a blitzer isn't too bad. A trade-off, but now it's not worth it. And he's down a man. He needs to go to turnover. The cage is pretty much fine. You know, he's down 2 players now, surely. Although
This is
Necromantic
this is
down
what
a
I
player.
mean.
Not worth it.
You knew that he had the regen. Would you have taken the risk, you know, to get all the way through the armor, through the injury?
No, probably not.
No.
I don't think you need to foul.
Was that a bad call? Sometimes it's good. If you've got cheap enough pieces, it's worth it.
Yeah, snotlings, do it if you've got snotlings. that flesh golem has gone a long way. Maybe he's gone too far.
He's an attacking-minded flesh golem.
He is. I don't know where he's going.
Do we think he's going to maybe try and do a cheeky handoff to the flesh golem at the end for a touchdown, or no? Surely Sam wouldn't.
I think they're only agility 1. No, they are agility 2.
Yeah.
No, it's too risky because maybe if it was another team, a slow team. So if he was playing maybe not Nurgle, that's a bad example. If he was playing Chaos or a team that isn't too fast, like a Dwarf team, it could be worth it. Like later on, like maybe if he's down.
If he was already up as well.
Yeah.
Gone into the opponent's
It's probably worth. It's actually not a bad idea to do it, especially if you've got a couple of turns just in case you drop the ball. Problem with elves, this is what I was saying about the wizards. I know that there are wizards in this, but if you fail it, elf all he has to do is run in, pick up the ball on a 3+, and then he's gone, and then there's nothing, and then there's nothing you can do about it. So it's against an elf team, absolutely not. You're just going to suffer. If you fail that 4-up, you fail the reroll, you're doomed. And to be fair,
strong blitz there. That was good.
Yeah, that's opened up the hole. It depends what he wants to do with this. I'm more interested with the wolf now. So I think he's gonna have to dodge out with the wolf because
maybe he's gonna try and score with the wolf.
Maybe
you want to stack on. Does he have dodge? The wolf doesn't have dodge.
He does not. He has claw, frenzy, and regen. Problem is what he's done is he's left the corner of his cage loose because that zombie behind the ghoul isn't going to make it to the other side of the cage without going for it. So exactly where I thought the ghoul would go, right in the 2 corners. And then this guy, I think both zombies have got to go for it to get where they need to go. So he's moved the cage a square too far, and cage forming is difficult when you're not used to it. Like especially with teams that are really mixed movements. So dark elves are all the same movement, I think. So he's not going.
So you think he's going to try and dodge out with the wolf?
He's going to have to.
It's
I would.
You don't really want him to get hit.
No. So now this guy's going to.
Rerolls.
He does.
Now that's a holding maneuver, if ever.
It's a 2-up effectively with a reroll. It's fine. There you
There we go.
There we go. So we had a choice of 2 go for it's there to get the zombies into position, but he's gone for the opposite and he's just left guys all over him. So it's looking pretty good for the. He's got a 1 dice block on the blitzer down there if he wants it. He does.
And also with the wolf there, he's now in a position to score next turn if he wants to.
Yes. He probably can because next turn it's turn 8 for the elves. So yeah, totally needs to score this turn. Or sorry, necromantic next turn, and then he just has to hope that it's not. I mean, he could burn a turn probably. Probably the best bet.
So what's the dice roll to to hand off to a wolf, that's a 3+.
3+ if there's nobody next to him. And I have a funny feeling there'll be some people next to him in a minute. Because there's a diagonal dodge here between the two zombies from one of these linemen, so he can stand next to him.
Bit of a lull.
Ollie needs to just put players on players now, because they cannot dodge away. So if he ties up every corner of the cage, it will mean that he'll have to score with the goal.
So is that a handoff blitz? Because he's not gonna.
The handoff, if there's a player on you, it becomes a 4-up. If there's 2 players on you, it's a 5-up. Because it's the person who's getting the ball has to do the roll.
Yep.
He's considering. I think he went all in for that foul, and it's done him in. He's just left all his players wide.
So he looks like he's got.
That player is about to get punched
Only the
above
catcher
him.
can really get there without
At the same
any
time.
rolls.
Yeah. Well, there's that player on the ground who can get next to the wolf. But he's got to dodge. He's got to dodge diagonally through 2 players.
Yeah, he's got no dice. Ollie won't be feeling that.
No. I think he's either got to decide to try and get it all up in his grill and then risk players getting hurt, or he's got to pick a battle here. He's
That's it.
he's
Blitz.
he's
This
hit
is
him.
brave.
Ollie's got the death ball going for his brain still. He's lost it.
He's still in range, that cheeky wolf.
Easily in range.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in
Okay,
your teeth.
now it's interesting.
Now it's hard. Yeah. Now it's really
He
hard.
made that dodge. He did make
So
that dodge.
all the
Is the assist going to be enough
So
to
Sam
come out
literally
on top?
needs to now he needs to blitz with the flesh golem on the front, knock that lineman away, and then it's go for it with the ghoul to score. I can't see the werewolf being dumped off to now.
No.
That's even harder. Well, he's tightening the screw here. Putting
Ouch.
bong.
But he
That's what
might
the
have just done enough.
I think he has. That last guy moving in is perfect, because now it means that the flesh golem. Oh no, the flesh golem can blitz the catcher and open up the space. Open up the space for the ghoul to run through. Or can he? No, he can't. He's done a good job.
Who's that? Is that the blitzer there on the side? No.
Question is, if he gets that lineman next to the wolf down, can the wolf score? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If the zombie gets him down, not even that, just the zombie next to the wolf hits that guy down, then dump off to the wolf. Wolf then runs and goes for it once to score. Because any other way, the flesh golem can knock a hole through these guys, but then he'll be in the way, meaning that the ghoul then needs to dodge, which is not what Sam will want to do. But in respect, he only has a turn. He's still got a turn.
He's got another turn to do it. Yeah.
So he's got to think now. Does he hit that guy on the far right, just to hold everybody up?
Can you feel the tension, Mark? Can you feel it?
I can feel it in my plums. Get down in my plums.
Smells like a good old-fashioned
Oh my
fight.
god.
Oh,
It's going to go wide. He's going to go wide.
Yeah, he's restricted. He was like, he either does what we were saying about the dump off to the werewolf after knocking that guy down, but then that relies on that lineman going down. But now he can disappear. But he's got to make sure he gets far enough away from the guy next to the two flesh golems, because he's 2+ dodging. Oh, he's only done it.
Well done. Touchdown.
You know what?
Nicholas scores his first.
Amazing! That's going to
First of
And he
many.
attacks the cameraman.
just as the half-time
Back to
whistle.
replace him.
Oh, and an
Hurrah.
equaliser. Very, very
1-1.
Hey,
Thing is
Dead and
decided
injured,
yet.
so there's one elf sent off. The guy who's knocked out doesn't come back, but he gets another chance to come back.
We're about to start the next down.
And the,
none of the KO'd players
yeah.
are hooking up. Lazy gits.
Elves are reduced.
Being
now at least to
outnumbered
8.
is never fun.
Yeah, it's
But
not
on
looking
the
good, is
Blood
it?
Bowl
It wasn't
pitch, well,
war of attrition with him, isn't it? I think you start to lose players with elves, and you're just
Both
doomed.
teams are on edge.
So, Matt, what's your
This
armour
kick
for
is crucial.
a dark elf player? They're all armour 8, right?
They're all armour 8 except for
Wait.
the Witch Elves, who are 7. I think your Assassins, if you ever take them, I think they're 7. And your Runners are 7.
Yeah,
But all of the good players, except for the Witch Elf, are AV8. So
yeah.
your Linos, your Blitzers, and your... Yeah, they're great. And your Witch Elves are AV7. But Assassins are kind of crap, I think.
Yeah, I mean, who was using
other
one?
opinions may vary. Phil said he had a good experience with Assassins, but
It all depends on the dice. If you roll good dice, then yeah, great. If you can't, then they just end up getting beaten up. I would take one in the tournament for a laugh.
They're not great in the open league, I know that much, because like 2 out of every 3 teams that you face are standard AV8, like exactly. So.
Bashing armour 9, and they come against orcs. It's just like a waste of space. You may as well not have him.
So I'm definitely.
Yeah, I
biased
think the
against
runners
them,
are
shall we
better. I think the runners are better. The Witch Elves are the best. Obviously, the Blitzers are the best positionals, but the Witch Elves second best. Then maybe the runner if you want to go that way. And that's what they've got, haven't they? They haven't got like a thrower or anybody, have they? They're just a running team.
say? No, but the
thing
runner
about
can be sort of converted
is how it brings
into a
everyone
thrower,
together
if you want.
in a common
End of the day, I mean, they're all
joy of
agility
They get-
4, so they're all throwers, really.
dwarfs,
You know?
men,
Yeah, they get.
They're not like
they
any
get
of them are worse than the others.
delightful violence in
No,
the
but
same
the-
stadium,
your runner gets
and all
passing access
desperate
as a
to
standard.
see
Okay,
some shredding
right.
death.
Yeah,
So-
that's pretty big.
He's got some. You can pull some nice bullshit with him. I've learned to pull some nice bullshit with him. Are you still there, buddy?
I am indeed.
You
Am
are
I?
coming through choppy.
Choppy.
It could just be me.
Oops.
Choppy.
Maybe my signal's dying out. Let's see if my controller's dying. I'm gonna tell. No, we're good. We're good.
I think they're burning a bit of time so that one of them can go to the loo or something.
You can now pause the game as well, by the way. They might not be able to hear. Well, they won't. They can't hear us, can they? So you can pause the game now. I don't know if you noticed that.
I have, but every time I've tried to do it in the open league, my opponent just unpauses it. What? Yeah. Just give me a minute, man. I just need to pee.
Yeah. I try and talk. I've tried to start talking to
something
people
witty
recently,
and
but
insightful soon.
I had
Just waiting for the players and
a
the coach to
really
do
good experience
something.
with
Anything.
an American guy.
Please, just
It
be.
was Dark Elves versus
Interesting.
Halflings, and I beat him 2-1. And he thought it was absolutely hilarious. And he was there with his mates. There must have been about 5 of them, they were all rolling around on the floor. They were like stamping on his guy, lobbing Halflings over the top, and he couldn't deal with it. He just couldn't deal with it. I think they were all quite pissed as well. It was quite funny.
Does help.
It was great. But yeah, I think if you chat to them, but if they don't chat back, you know, and it's so easy to just pause it and then you go off and then you come back and they've done you in a turn. You know.
I used to always send a little message at the beginning of the game while I should have been inducing.
Right.
I always used to send a little message like good luck and all that kind of stuff. And that reduced by a dramatic amount the amount that people concede against me. I've stopped doing it now. The pool seems to have leveled out a bit.
I don't like the open ladder. It's just the moment something bad happens, it just people give up.
You never know what you've got in front of you is the problem. Like the guy might be good, but you're always worried if you kill one of his players or if it goes against him that he might concede. So yeah, it's always a worry.
And the skulls of 5 players.
Well, that Lisbon one's the worst I've ever seen.
Tasty.
It just isn't. I mean, I don't. People quit. I mean, in Bloodborne, like Battlefront or Call of Duty. Headshot again. I'm done. I'm out. Fair enough, but it's such an investment of time, especially when you spent like almost an hour and a half playing the game. For the last couple of turns.
Some say it's perfect.
I've had it before, where I've stopped someone scoring for the whole first half with my Nurgle, and with Nurgle it's horrible because you're about to get a touchdown or get the win, and then they just quit. I know you win as well, but then the MVP will land on 2 rotters, and the whole experience was pointless. Absolutely pointless. It sucks. I mean, I didn't have too many in the Champions Ladder. The Champions Ladder is much better, but then the competition was very high. I'll tell you what, playing against stunty teams, people who are using stunty teams or silly teams like vampires and stuff, they never quit because they're just in it for a laugh, so they don't care if all their players die. It's the people who are using teams that are supposed to be bent, like especially Elves. Elves quit a lot because they know that if it starts to go bad as an Elf team, it gets really bad really quick.
I don't quit unless something goes hideously wrong at home. Like,
yeah, and then
it
there's
goes
nothing
bad
you
here.
can do.
Like, damn it, I had to quit out on a game where I was winning 2-0.
Oh.
It drained me. It drained me.
Yeah, that's life, isn't it? People can see for different, for legitimate reasons, I'm sure, but it always does seem to be, oh, you killed someone, oh, that's it, I'm done. It's just, always seems to be something bad happens. I've had ones where they failed to pass the ball and they've quit. They picked up, fumbled it, and just quit.
My least favourite ones, I think.
At the same time.
Maybe not. Holds out nearly every time.
Unless you're me. And Nurgle. Alright, I'm just going to quickly make a tea, my friend. You carry on speaking. I'll be back.
I will do my best. I'm all alone. Pow. Zombie down, but he's fine. Are we going to see a foul? Is he going to risk another foul?
What's that then?
Yeah, he is. Oh, right in the nose.
Well, I just about saw that. What is happening there?
Okay. Fouled the flesh golem with a lino. Only stunned him, but fortunately no sending off this time.
Ollie's got a death wish. I love it.
It was risky. It was risky.
I think using ogres has gone to his head. They're not 20k snotlings anymore, Ollie.
He's just trying to keep it fun.
Did he foul with the blitzer as well? No.
I think he fouled with a lino. It was lino. A 0 SPP lino.
A 0 SPP flash golem. Okay, so the score isn't on. Did he do a cheeky pass for the SPP? I guess he did.
He did do a cheeky pass. The thrower is now on 2. I think we've got a catcher on 3, or the blitzer. Yep, a catcher on 3. And that's it so far for his boys. I'm sure he's got someone who's... No, he hasn't injured anyone, has he? Yeah, he did.
He did, but he...
oh no, that was it. It was through the foul, wasn't it?
Through the foul, and then he regened.
No SPP for that.
Fight is about to happen.
No. Gosh.
Ooh, right in the back of the head. That was cheeky. Let's see, what's he got so far?
Yeah. Oh, I think Sam's going to return the favour. Oh boy.
Not with the werewolf, surely. No.
Nah, werewolf's going for the assist. Well, he's got a spare player, so why not? He's got one of Ollie's players.
Stomping on the player's neck with those studded boots.
Oh, he's injured. He's not sent off either.
Ouchie.
Missed next game, broken ribs. That was a hell of a stamp.
Okay, that's big, but it's only a lino.
And not even a sending off.
Oh, is he going to roll the apoth? No, isn't it? He's saving it.
No,
Saving it for Blitzer. Or a
Has to. Biggest regret.
So that's the first half.
Good pass. Two solid drives. Yeah, I think the Elves scored a bit too quickly, but that's because Sam forced them to. So now it's in the hands of the
pressure on.
Yeah, it's in the hands of the Necromantic now. But as we said, one mistake from them, and the Elves will capitalise, and that'll be the end of that. You know, they're so good at it.
With one team having a 3-player
Unless the ball lands somewhere where it's impossible to get to.
I can't see how the smaller squad will win.
It should be Necromantic's
are on the edge.
to win, but
kick
you never know.
It's crucial.
You never know. It's now what?
He kept the dice in his favour so far. His players ahead. So we assume that he's going to grind out a 2-1 win here, right?
I think so. Unless the Elves can stop him, but you know the Necromantic get to hit again now, and you'd favour them to at least maybe knock someone out or stun someone on the line.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
if
the resolve of these hard-bitten players by this point has got to be fading.
Yeah.
They won't be as sprightly on their feet. They're going to be taking hits. Yeah. I just don't know if they'll be able to stand up to it.
No. Maybe they will. You never know. There's always skulls on the dice, Tony. There's always skulls on the dice. They're always there, waiting. Although, Sam did have a double skull first block, I seem to remember, so... Yeah, he's had one already.
Was that his first block? He definitely had it. He definitely had one.
He's definitely had one. He re-rolled it. I think it was his first block with the flesh golem. Double skull. Ooh. Alright. I'm going to stick a pie on. I'll be back.
No worries.
A great game so far. We seem to be having a little dull moment, but it'll pick up any second.
Kick off the second half, and it's a blitz. Of course it's a blitz. Ollie will be happy with that. The Gladiators will be chucking themselves forwards in droves. Okay. My money says that white on the left wing. On Sam's left wing. He's going to get it. Ollie thinking hard where he's going to place this.
Did the Elves get a blitz?
The Elves got a blitz.
Ooh,
he's just wondering where he's going to chuck it.
Oh, that's very frustrating. But can't do anything about it.
I don't know. I think he's going to try and knock the white over.
Just what are you doing,
and dodge through.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Bob. You've caught me.
He's going to want to get his hands on
polishing my teeth.
Yeah, he's going to get someone under there. Just depends who it is.
Since we are now zapped across the old world in high destiny, cabal vision, the viewers can see everything. So I need to look my best.
Oh. Go on, take the reroll. There you go.
Has he done it, is he? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So is it going to be a go for it to get there?
I will check. Yep, there's going to be 2 go for it. I don't know if he'll take it. He's done the reroll now. But fortune favours the brave.
And he's a brave man. He's not sure though.
He's
considering.
got 2 minutes to think about it. He's got 2 minutes to think about it. He might want to just move his other players and pressure.
I'm imagining Ollie, you know, when he sort of gets upset and he puts his head in his hand, like, and shakes his head. That's what I'm imagining. Oh!
Did you know that there are all
That was one
Skaven
go for it,
leagues
wasn't
played
it?
in great
Good old
province
catches.
underground. The teams are backed by the
See, that's
powerful
why you take
greater clans.
some
So
time.
you have
Don't
clan
rush.
Skyer teams, clan
True.
Eshin teams, and so on.
There's only one dice.
You lost me after
Just don't
Bob.
take your time with your peak,
Jim,
because you'll be
don't
there
talk
all
to me
week.
for the next few downs.
Ah, yeah. Well, you know, take your time. We've got 4-minute turns.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex is asking about when the actual Union Elves, or Pro Elves, whatever they're called, coming out in plastic. I mean, they showed all of them, all the sprues, what they're going to release, but I think they're focusing mainly on Munda and the Shadespire game, so I reckon they might be later.
Trying
They
to
might
keep
be out
everybody
later.
titillated at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Shadespire looks pretty good, because you got it. He's grabbed that ball. Now that is
Of course
massive.
he's got it. He's
Well,
got catch,
if
hasn't he?
if he doesn't go down, he's going to score quickly to make it 2-1, and then it's going to be a 2-2 draw, unless the same happens again. Unfortunate there, Sam. Unfortunate. I think you probably put too many guys on the line. I don't think you needed those extra zombies. You could
Hey,
have probably
Jim.
just.
Ollie
How many
is
halflings
going to
does
have
it
to
take
score
to change a
quickly if
candle
he
in a
can score at
lantern?
all.
Well, they're
Yeah.
very short, so maybe quite a few.
He's gonna
My
have
experience, it takes
blitz
6.
with the wolf, I
One
think.
to change the candle, and 5 for me to
Yeah,
eat.
I always forget that they haven't got dodge. I always think they have dodge, but they don't. So the wolf can get an assist
This
from
player
somewhere.
likes to be well assisted.
Gone for the block over there.
Players shuffling off
Oh.
the field. Possibly off his
What were we
point.
saying? What were we saying?
Worth it.
Yeah. What were we saying?
What are you saying? You're having
I'll
a
be
pie.
back in 1 second.
Okay, we're going to see more pain for the elves. I think we might. Ouch. What's it going to be? Okay. Relatively unpainful. Blitz is important. We really shouldn't be messing about with other dice here. I mean, I know he's got the reroll on his side, but you don't want to
You'll
accidentally
need
waste
to get
it.
the ball forward. The end zone
There's
is
the
in sight.
assist. There's the pin pressure. Oh, I mean, another assist. Who's he going to hit with first, though?
It has to be blitz. Surely.
Yes, it should be, but he's been.
If I was
been
him,
risky
I'd
so
knock
far.
I'd go around the side of the wolf. Where's he going?
Put pressure on the ball.
way.
Can't
Oh,
argue
he's
with
got
That
that.
isn't the right way.
Good
Oh,
defensive
Sam.
block.
You lucky boy.
Isn't
Oh, he's got the ball though. He's got the ball. And he's got a lot of movement left. He's off. That's big. That's massive, and that whole side's now empty. Well, I'll try and show where he should have gone. He should have gone here, around the back, so he sort of moved back into his own area to hit the elf.
Pushed
Pushed
towards
backwards.
the centre.
But then what he could have done is if he just rolled loads of pushes, which would have been unfavourable, he could have pushed him behind the flesh golem, hit him again, pushed him next to the zombie. I think he wouldn't have had an assist,
Yeah.
would he? Yeah, he would have had an assist. Oh! That's done. It's big. Then he could have had the guy with the ball carrier. Worst case, if he just got pushes, it would have had 2 tackle zones in the ball carrier. It would have been 3 up to dodge out, then 2 up to dodge out, which isn't easy. But, so it was. Fortune favours the brave. I don't think
It's worked out nuffalliciously.
Yeah. I want to create Nuffle flavoured ice cream. Sweet to start, salty to finish. Salty aftertaste.
What are you gonna make it with, dude?
I don't know. Maybe it's like one of them ice creams with a chewy middle. You know, the chewy middle is really salty and horrible, but the rest of it's really nice and sweet.
If only there was some kind of like milk-like substance that had a salty taste to it.
Yeah. Can't think of one off the top of my head.
No, I'm drawing a blank here.
We'll have to ask the Western guys. I know they've been exchanging it between each other for a few last few weeks. It's been all over the place. Everything's crusty. All their dice are crusty.
Recommended tasters there.
All 10 of them are through. So out of the 34, they had 2 divisions of 5. All 10 of the Westerners are through. So they're obviously doing something right. But then so is all the East and so is all the South. Sadly, your division is not.
It's that high protein shake.
There's a couple pretty good players on the field, Jim. They're just hiding behind all the crappy ones.
So the game.
Full of nutrients. On that note, I'll be back.
That's slightly disconcerting. So the Elves setting up a screen defence in the middle, contemplating their next move. I think they're a little bit annoyed at the moment. Where will the blitz come from? Who can dodge?
Got a nice cup of tea. We are ready for the rest of the game. George says, "Shut up, the North will triumph." Very likely, you know. Very, very likely.
Well, we do have some of the better players. I'm not among them.
Jimbo, oh, you know what? I think
They're getting up close
you were in a
and
league of
personal,
2, like legends of the game, or legends of at least the league, and I think you'll be fine. I mean, the problem is it's the deluxe.
I enjoyed all my games.
Matt's a tough player.
I like the deluxe. It's a good time to play them. They're a blitzer down. They're a lino down.
Yeah.
They've got a rookie ogre.
I think it's the
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh Ollie.
Oh dear.
Both the Onion teams are rolling lots of ones.
The world
Dearest
is just
me.
a great big onion. It makes me want to cry.
Oh dear. Them poor elves. At least they didn't die.
So the fluff behind Blood Bowl, is it like an alternate fantasy universe, or is this what people are up to while they're not kicking the shit out of each other in the battlefield?
I think so. I'm not overly versed on it, to be honest. Not like I was with the old 8th edition. But I think it's an alternate. Like basically, it's an alternate version, and they're all warring amongst each other. And then somebody discovered this game, and they went, "Oh, that'd be fun to play." Instead of fighting each other, and they kind of settle their differences.
Another elf bites the dust.
Oh baby!
That's
That is bad news.
There.
That is bad news for the elves. How many have we got left? 2, 3, 6, and 2 of them are in the dirt. It's looking very favourable. Yeah.
Do you reckon Sam's going to push the bash advantage and make it 3-1, or just a grind to 2-1? Still got turns. The fastest player's got his hands on the ball.
Well, no matter what happens, only 2 elves are going to come back. So he could go for more touchdowns, but I think, you know what? If I was him, I'd just secure the win. Because you never know with elves, you only need 3 elves to score, 2 elves to score. So he could score quickly, the elves could then score quickly, and then he might not be left with enough time to get the 3rd. So it depends. You got to have balls to do the 3-1, I think. You got to have balls, you got to believe that you can get the ball back. And I don't think that they have the skills to do it. Sam should just. Oh, that's huge.
You're getting it slightly ahead of me.
Am I? I do apologise.
That's all right, mate.
So yeah, I think he could go and score now. I mean, it's possible because if he gets a blitz or something, that werewolf's in there and he'll get the ball. But I think he needs to hit a few more elves out. If he can get maybe rid of another 2, then yeah, score.
So he's basing up now, hoping maybe to press that advantage until the next turn. Because if I was Sam at this point, I'd be thinking about it, you know.
I think he's going to foul again.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. The attrition is heavy
If
in this
ever
one.
I saw one.
Yeah. Poor old Elves. This isn't even a kiddie team. But, George has said the PS4 hates the Elves, and he approves. I would normally approve, but it's kind of a league full of Elves, so apart from these guys, 4 Elves and 4 Elf teams.
The players on the looks like he's about to
One Skaven. Ooh, that's another knockout.
Gets kicked in the face first.
Ding dong, not a great idea from people who bought me beer milkshakes.
Ding ding ding.
There he goes.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Now I think that the Necromantic could, if they get one casualty somewhere now, they could just get through one. No problem.
So it's all about this next turn for Sam.
Yeah, I think he's going to rumble the cage down. Even better, dead Elves is dead gut runners.
He gets jiggy with it.
Yeah. If he get rid of another couple, I mean, where are all the stars? So the catch is still alive, the blitz is still alive. Blitz is, where's the other catcher? So all 4 of the important players are still here.
Thrower's out, right? Yeah.
Thrower's just been KO'd, or was KO'd turn previous.
Ding dong.
Ollie needs to either decide, does he want to get involved in this mess and potentially lose more players, or does he want to get the hell out of there and just let them do what they want? I think in this situation,
Sam won't make it boring though. I think he's going to go for the touchdown ASAP.
Yeah, I think he should. I'm kind of umming and ahhing in my head, and I think it was because he's just development-wise. If he can get a touchdown on that wolf, he can then try and get another one on the wolf, and that's a level up. And that, mighty blow or something like that on him. If he gets a double, he becomes a superstar. Especially in this league where everybody's armor 7 or 8, he's going to rip it up. Everybody suddenly becomes armor 6.
I'm scared already.
Yeah, he's going to be nasty. He's going to be nasty against you. But that's why you focus on him first. So you have to focus on him.
Have you tried
Try and hit him any opportunity. It's a bit like when you play a Fanatic, or not Fanatic, sorry, a Looney. Hit him, he'll go down.
No
Hit him with a
thanks,
blocker,
I'll give it up.
and he'll go away.
I may not be the sharpest spike on the armor, but I'm not that stupid.
Were you getting commentary there? Was that Bob talking?
Are you getting the same commentary as me?
Think so. Which is quite good actually.
I was hoping that it was synced, just because
Yeah.
otherwise it would offend
players
my,
arrive to assist their teammate?
my
OCD.
sensibilities.
Ooh, here we go. Come on, Elves, we need something. No.
It's a
The Elves.
He's alright.
The Elves have obviously got the touchdown, and they've got two passes. That's it. In terms of SPK, so it's a very high chance, no level ups.
Is he going to go for a really silly blitz? He should.
I hope so.
Oh my god.
That'll do it.
He's just punching his on. And retreating. There we go.
Just keep it interesting. Ooh, gone for it.
I think he wants to encourage the score really, and put up the pretense of the defence.
Yeah. Well, nice thing is the Necromantic can just shuffle along to the right slightly, set up a cage pretty much on the G. On the G, next to the G. So they can just sit there for a turn, and then whenever Sam feels like he's ready to score, he can just lob the wolf out. I mean, can the wolf score from there?
Yep, with 2 go for it.
Not quite enough yet. Here we go. I think that's the blitz about to be blitzed. I don't know if you've noticed, but Ollie's wise old head, he's always got his players 2 away from the touchdown, 2 away from the edge of the pitch. Even though the blitzers have sidestep, to be fair, so it's not too
For
bad.
remaining upright.
But
Pride comes before a fall.
I see the blitzers are quite a nightmare for a frenzy player. And you don't really want to be blitzing them with your wolf.
Yeah, you can
really catch yourself out.
Exactly. Good players, even in the open league, draw the frenzy in with sidesteppers. And you find yourself, if you find yourself doing it against something like a snot.
He's coming to help his buddy. That's gonna hurt.
And it ends up dragging your frenzy player onto the touchdown. You're like, the touchline. You're like, what have I done?
Yeah, because they always follow up, and all of a sudden they're there going, oh boy.
I'm on the other side of you now.
Yeah.
And it's worth it, at the risk of losing a 20k snotling to chuck a wood shelf off the side.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he's forming the cage right next to this guy. Which is fair. There's no real bad position for it to be right now, but I would have put it bang in the middle.
Yeah. He doesn't.
Probably. You can still make a cage, like it's still another cage you could form with the flesh golem on one side. You can get 2 zombies over there, I think. Yeah, you can do that.
But he's playing sensibly. He looks like he's going to go for the turn, but I would.
Yeah.
I hope he scores in the next turn, if you see what I mean.
If he does, then it's game on. Especially if all them elves come back.
Will they come back though? Will they?
If they come back.
Jim, did you know that some cheerleaders get paid more than
So,
the
where are they
players?
going?
Is that a fact, Bob?
Yeah, so he's pretty much done exactly what.
Question of
Oh,
what
he's
the
making
fans are looking at.
a
Who would you
huge
rather?
cage, rectangle cage, yeah.
I've always admired the size of Sam's cage.
It's a beauty. It's a beauty.
This
One thing to be careful with the cages though, so you sometimes think, well, I'll load this cage up with players. Then actually what can happen is you get pushed. Like I found with leaping, especially leapers, they leap into a position and all of a sudden your ball carrier can get pushed out of the cage. Because the chain pushes, so I've noticed it, I've done it myself sometimes by mistake, and I've ended up with the ball carrier like 2 squares away from where he was originally. And then he just gets blitzed. Dummy! You learn that through practice. What's he going to do? I think he's trying to get rid of this white guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's concentrating on...
He has to... I think he's given up on that cage. That blitzer needs to run away.
He's all for the kudos of the kill now. I smell blood, Jim.
Oh my goodness. It's become a bit of a possession for anybody who's watching. It's become a bit of a trundle up the pitch, but it was all the dice rolls and the beginning of this half not helped, and also I think the foul was a bit silly. I think both the fouls were a bit silly. Yeah, I mean it killed him, and if it had paid off it would have been great, but it didn't pay off. He ended up regenning it, so...
God damn the regen. So a rare mistake there from an experienced coach.
As I said, he's got snotlings on the brain. Ooh. There you
Shaker
go.
has an assist.
Ooh.
Pow.
Come on, we need some death. Nope. Or undeath.
I say, Brian, he's got a handy left hook.
How are we doing?
Around.
So he can score now, but will he score? Will he score?
He's going to want to hit a couple of times because he's not feeling the pressure.
Yeah, I think secure the ball first. We've probably just moved that flesh golem over one square.
Time to just stand on the touchline.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone.
You know, yeah, I would, but then depends what Sam wants to do. He's got a great opportunity here to get loads of SPP. He could score again, as you say. So, but this guy's going down. Uh-oh.
That was a good right straight.
Bosh. Right in the undercarriage.
George Washington, at your service.
Oh. Oh. Oh, he's done it. Damn.
But there's still time for them to claw back. Touchdowns.
Very.
He's chasing his tail. Good boy. Good boy. There we go. Some dancing ladies.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Anybody coming back? This is
They
crucial.
all come back.
Wow, okay.
They all come back.
Ollie's texting me saying he's messed
All the
it up.
knockout players are
I'm
back
replying
on the
to him
field.
saying, believe!
You just
I'm
gotta
tempted to go
believe.
down there and help out myself, Jim. I'm worth at least 3 players, and I could do with breaking a few necks to
Well.
air out the cobwebs.
Well. So
They
we've
kick
got
the ball
3,
to the
4,
opponents.
5, 6, 7
Now it's time to think defensively.
elves. But importantly, both catches, thrower and the 2 blitzers are on the pitch still. So Sam needs to decide now, defend or go for the plan and get another touchdown. If he
wants the touchdown. He's gone.
he's gone for it.
He
He's
wants
gone
the
for it.
touchdown.
He wants that wolf to get another one to level up. So he has to go for it.
Ollie, I'd be playing against that possibility now.
Yeah. It's very likely to be 2-2 now. Just because of that sheer amount of elves that come back.
He wants quite wide wings. That's really hard to do with the team that he's got now.
Yeah. I think Ollie can do it.
You can do it, Ollie. We believe in you.
Come on. Get to the
Get to the
touchdown.
touchdown.
Yeah.
Great minds stink alike.
Yes, indeed. I was trying to think of something else to say that was, but I couldn't. That's all I wanted to say.
Eating isn't cheating, my friend.
Say hello to my little friend. Oh, no, I can't.
Your Arnie impression is surprisingly good.
See, like, my missus said it's really bad, but I don't know if she
This is a
just
big
doesn't
game,
know any
Bob.
Arnie films.
How
So
do you
I
feel
don't think
about
she's
being
really
such an important
somebody
man?
to tell me. You're not the first person to say that to me. I don't
Ask
know
me
why.
again when there's more blood
I just
on
wouldn't
the
look at you and think
Yeah.
that's a guy that does a good Arnie impression, and then you do it, and you're like, that's actually pretty good. I wouldn't.
What's that PPI thing he does now? Do the PPI. Do it now. I thought I woke up in a horrible nightmare when I just done it where I was. There I was watching the telly, and all of a sudden Arnie rolled across the screen as a tank apparently. Just the tank head. I don't understand. Whoever dreamt that up was so high on drugs at the time that they are probably dead now or have overdosed. I have no idea how they. I don't know how you come up with that stuff.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think it's funny that you mentioned that now, because I think Ollie's mate might have worked on that advert.
How? No way.
So I find that really just
odd. Is he alright? He's not. Is he? Is he in a good place?
What is your favourite moment as a
I don't know.
Blood Bowl player?
I hope he's alright.
Well,
Good lord. It's a very funny
Scoring
advert,
my
and I mean,
first
like, some adverts are brilliant, and that one just
see,
got
I
that. I
just
thought,
ripped the head
nah,
off
this is too much. It's gone too far, you know. They really have. Adverts are getting sillier and sillier. Talking meerkats, singing opera main. Oh, now we just.
cool.
But I thought it was just, like someone like me doing an impression, but no, it actually is him.
Yeah,
Genuinely is Arnie, which is just brilliant.
given that it's an animatronic head.
You think they got him over there and they were like, oh no, we brought you over to do a voice acting part, Arnie. What? Here's what's going to be representing you. He probably, even though in him, he probably looked at it and just thought it was brilliant.
Who do you want me to play? Well,
Do I need to play
yourself.
myself? Yeah.
This is your head.
I'm a tank. A little tank. Ooh, throw a rock. That sounds like an elf gets hurt. Ooh.
Elf
Another
down.
player on the ground.
Done.
The coach will be
That's
spitting
the best
teeth
you
at
can
us.
do.
Touch back. That's not bad. So that's a decent trade-off, really. A guaranteed pickup for a stunned elf, but Ollie will still be pissed.
He'll be
He
going,
really pissed.
no.
I fucked it.
That is exactly what he said to me on WhatsApp. Fucked it. Oh, dearie me.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. You
Well,
can
he's still
do
got
it.
the players to score. He's still got the players to score.
Yeah, if like all the catches and all the blitzers have all been like knocked out or injured, then it'd be totally different now.
Will he go for the draw? Of course he'll go for the draw.
He's got to. I think if he tries to score quickly to try and do what Sam's trying to do, I think he'll lose.
He'll come undone.
Yeah. Well, he won't necessarily lose, but he's much more likely to come undone, as you say. So. Alright, my pie is out the oven, so excuse my munching.
Right, get on the pie.
Oh yeah, the missus is out tonight, so she's having a bake-off party, which just was such a you know, I really had to struggle to turn that offer down. It was a hard decision, but you know, I came to my senses and thought, no, Blood Bowl's more important, and it's true.
Blood Bowl. Every time, man. I mean, and you're baking your own pie, so.
Oh yeah, I made this morning. I made all the pastry.
Did you
And
really?
I pulled it out of the box, out of the freezer. I turned the oven on, and that was all I did.
Bang it, mate. Your cooking skills is amazing.
Oh, Ollie. Oh, Ollie.
Oh dear.
I make
Why
a
was
mean
that your
Mexican.
first move?
Likes to be well assisted in a fight.
He's blitzed
that
somebody,
another-
I think. No, he hasn't blitzed anybody yet. Oh, that was
He
the
has.
blitz. Sorry, that was the blitz. Yeah, so we move
That was
someone
the
in.
blitz.
Get down.
Get down.
Oh no,
Now.
I'm just going to keep doing Arnie now, aren't I? Oh boy. Well,
Danny, no.
I'm trying to remember other quotes. I'm just going to have to get some Arnie quotes up. There's some crackers out there. On my phone, so I've got a Windows phone, which, if anybody's listening, probably knows now.
Do Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Dylan, I don't know how he says it. I don't even know what film that is, but Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Predator.
Is that Predator?
Yeah, when
he turns up.
Apollo Creed walks.
Has he?
Dylan, you son of a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
I can't do it either. I thought you'd. Thought it
No,
would come naturally to you.
no, I need to listen to it. I like it when he says, "You got to push too many pencils," or something like that. and they literally just do probably one of the most manliest arm wrestles in all of film history.
Yeah.
And it literally is like blood vessels popping out of faces, and he's like, "They got to push too many pencils."
It was like an advert for steroids.
It really was. I really, you know, I love to believe that Arnie was all natural, but I just don't believe it was all natural.
Maybe he was. I don't know. It
It's,
seems-
you know,
Any accident this player makes
he really,
risks
I mean,
a turnover.
he a lot of effort in there, but like a lot of the other lads were all caught out for steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, but back then, though, it didn't matter. It was like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Freaks of nature, they all are. Really are. I love the Pumping Iron film. Have you seen that? It's like a documentary. Have you not seen it?
I have not.
That's a good watch, actually. It's not him being an actor. It's just all about his weightlifting days and the sort of Mr. Universe days. And he's there going, when I am pumping iron, it's like I'm coming home at the gym. He just is just brilliant. I'm
Run into the
ecstasy,
opponent's
whatever it is
tackle
he says.
zone. Yeah, should be good.
24/7 ecstasy.
Do you know when he came over? I think his first film
Yeah.
was Hercules in America or something.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
and his name was Arnold. They listed him in the credits as Arnold Strong.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Either that or they wanted to and he wasn't having it. Something like that. I can't remember it exactly, but they definitely didn't want him to have Schwarzenegger as a name.
Player is about to get punched above
Very hard to
and
say.
below.
It's
Even more difficult to
very
spell.
awkward.
Yeah.
It's very awkward.
Have you seen Junior?
Which one's Junior?
That's the one
When
when
he
he's
has a
pregnant.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. Years
that,
ago.
that in Kindergarten Cop.
More the merrier.
Brilliant
Twins
film.
was my favourite.
Yeah,
was
Twins is really good.
with Danny DeVito.
Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes.
He's a legend. He really is a legend.
I love the fact that he never really wanted to be an actor anyway. Apparently he was a millionaire by the time he was 21 or something. Because he had loads of money, loads and loads of money in property. Yeah. I made loads of money, and then I went to the gym.
Sounds like a fight is about to happen.
There we go.
It is just another way to continue my excessive celebrity lifestyle.
I like big muscles. There's lots of these are all sort of like emotional quotes. No, we don't want those. We want film quotes. These are like things he said. Don't want
I
that.
admire him. I admire him because he's an ugly man with a gap in his teeth. That is a role model to every ugly man.
The
with a
attacker
gap in
has
his
an
teeth.
assist.
Like me.
Yeah.
We can do it.
We can do it together.
So am I.
What's
Just
this?
one more
Oh,
step.
that's it, yeah. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women. That's one.
That's stolen from Genghis Khan.
Yeah, I'll be back. Classic. Oh yeah. Commando, remember when I said I'd kill you last? I lied.
I lied.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Screw you, Benny.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. I can't do it unless I hear it. I'm terrible. I'm gonna shut up.
that's-
People are getting
that's,
really annoyed. But we're offending the great man with our bad impressions.
I like he's going to be watching some natty Blood Bowl stream.
You never know. I'd like to hope so.
I love Blood Bowl.
Get to the
That's how I
touchdown.
relax.
Come on.
Come
I reckon he'd be like a fucking like Chaos Dwarf player or something, just smashing people up. Or Norse, actually. Norse, just those big burly men.
Pylon. Frenzy.
How we looking? Keep looking away and then looking back and looking another. Sorry guys, I'm not doing a very good job of this commentary thing.
Yeah, we have
Smells like a
tangented a
good
little bit.
We
old-fashioned
were
fight.
talking about white substances earlier.
Come on, guys. Together.
Now we're on to Arnie. I think that they're good tangents though. It's not like we're going off and talking about 40k or some rubbish.
I liked your video with the 40k players
Oh yeah.
with the Jurassic Park theme tune. It was classic.
Okay.
He's
So he's pulled the ball
stalling.
back.
He's
Going for the draw.
stalling.
He's going for the draw.
He's going to draw it out. I mean, we kind of knew that anyway.
Yeah. I think Ollie's pretty clued up. He probably realises if he scores now, the Necromantic with a movement 8 piece.
That's quite a few of the opposition surrounding that player.
So
They need
it's
to
not
be
worth
ready.
it for him. Get a draw. Or get the score, but get the score on the right player and do it on turn 16.
So he's trying to draw Sam in now and use Sam's movement against him. So he'll want to trap the wolf at this stage. So if Sam's smart, he keeps the wolf free. Flicks. Oh dear.
They do indeed.
Goes.
That's been now he can punish a few players, but hopefully all he has still has the apothecary. He hasn't used it yet, has he? So he's kind of getting to a point now where if something bad happens, I'd imagine he'll use it.
Get in their face!
Let us see. No, he hasn't used the apothecary. What are these icons up here?
There's like one that's for fame, there's one for something else.
Okay, yeah, it looks like if I'm reading this right, it looks like the Corpse Bride have +2 fame for this match.
No way. Okay.
That's quite interesting for an opening game, right?
Yeah. That's very, very high.
Is that what that icon is? If you press up, and
yeah, so you press up, you get
arrows,
all the apothecaries, where the wizards are, where the what the fane is, what the weather is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I've
looks
just
like
done it
the
as well.
fame then.
That
It
is the
says
fame.
+2 on it.
That is the fame.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's big.
If you press down, you also get a big list of little dice rolls and things. Yeah,
I knew
+2
that
is
one.
massive. Massive. I don't know if Sam had it. Oh.
Astonishment.
Those players are running each other rapidly.
He had
Were you
been
much of a runner?
stunified.
Absolutely not, John.
Sit to
I stood
stun.
on the line of scrimmage and my victims... I mean...
Oh,
my
I've broken my
players
UI.
came
It's
to
not
me.
going away. That's frustrating. Now I've got the weather thing stuck. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's just so annoying. Hang on, let me try this. There we go. Fixed. So, what can the Necromantic do here, Tone? What do they do? What can they do?
They haven't got anyone in movement to blitz the player. It looks like they just put the pressure on, damage a wing, but he's really trying to draw the werewolf in. So he wants to do it with a blitzer, keep the werewolf in the centre.
Getting
Really.
up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and
Well,
see
he's
the
got
dead
the,
insects in your teeth.
There's a player up here there's an elf down here that
Good score.
could score. So he wants a blitzer. So it's a scary piece. Very scary piece.
Oh, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm on 10 to hit. Oh, I like it. I like it. Bong.
Oh,
That is mean.
it's a
Very
bloodbath,
odd,
Brian.
Jim. I think we've got an honest breath here. You can't be guild affiliated.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Any little helps.
He was sent off for fouling elves.
I think that makes you a hero in our league. Champion! So we've already got a champion in our tabletop league. Phil with the Vampires, which in respect is a massive achievement, has beaten probably one of the dirtiest or one of the best developed teams, the Gits, who are a Skaven team with some amazing gut runners, but just managed to draw it out for 2-1. It was a brutal game. I wasn't there to watch it, sadly, but it sounded incredible. It was one of them where it went this way and that way, and then all of a sudden the casualties all just mounted up on the Skaven at the wrong time, and the Vamps were able to get the ball back and score. So it was one of them, a 2-up dodge away. If the ball carrier hadn't gone down, it would have been a victory for the Skaven. So Phil keeps hold of the magenta fist for another year, which is good, really. I did say to Tom to bring a plastic glove and maybe a little baggie so we could clean it, because I think he uses it for his own pleasure. For his own pleasure. I'm not saying anymore.
Cheeky smirk.
Yeah, I think it's always lodged up there 24/7. To be fair,
Yeah,
he only gets it out for special occasions.
He keeps it with him at all times. Let's just say that.
Oh, time to play Blood Bowl. Slip that out. There's my turn marker. Oh God. Yeah. So they say. Anyway, that's the legend.
The legend of the magenta fist.
Yeah. The thing is, I wrote the stories for them, just to give them a little bit of it's all rubbish. Nobody's actually ever played for them before. So last year, you know, I made a little story up about them all and what they were originally. And the Magenta Fist genuinely was, out of all of them, it got stolen by a load of Dark Elves and had been corrupted by Cain. So it kind of became... I don't know if that story then made the West the Sexy West, or if the Sexy West just became the Sexy West because of reasons. Because Jimbo was in the West last year, and the smutting it that year was quite good. This year it's just been...
He's coming to help his buddy.
Jimbo can always be relied on for a good bit of...
Yeah, really, really can. And Jack's hilarious as well. Jack comes up with some crazy stuff. Deary me, we do have fun.
Putting the pressure on.
Yeah, well, he's broken the side now.
So he's plainly going to be going for a dodge away with his blitzer from the werewolf down here.
So he can give himself 2 scoring opportunities next turn, I think. So we can get that blitzer out, and he can get... I think there's another catcher there. Another blitzer. You can get 2 players into scoring positions, and that means that Sam's got to focus on 1.
Potentially looking at a desperation pass in the last guts of the game at some point here.
Oh yeah!
If he doesn't handle this next phase well.
He's got 50 seconds. Oh, he's got, yeah, there you go. So he can actually get 3 potential scorers now if he wants. Because I don't think anybody can get near the ball carrier. The zombies aren't fast enough.
We might have.
Anybody got
Yeah, we've got to go for it from the goal.
Hey, who knows the rules for Nurglings in the closet?
But he's moving back, so no.
Well, at the end of the day, he's going to move 6 and lob the ball in like a 4+ to somebody. That's all he can do. But what it does do is it denies the Necromantic a third, because unless a zombie intercepts, or you know, he probably wants to try and get the ghoul into touchdown zone just in case. You know, he's got 2 rerolls, so if the ball does get caught or fumbled, he can run in, grab it, and lob it. So that ghoul probably needs to get within touchdown zone, within the touchdown area. Sorry, in this next turn. Running out of time. Ooh.
He's sprinting.
Oh.
It's going to be okay.
That's everyone moves.
He was deciding on the go for it, I think.
So he wants to. He's trying to drag that wolf away.
Well, now he's got a decision to make, hasn't he? Because he's got a blitz one of them. In all honesty, the one I'd blitz is the one next to the white.
The one.
Because.
What do you mean? The blitzer on Sam's.
The blitzers, right, yeah.
That's a tough one.
Because it's a long pass to the blitzer right by the end zone.
Like a fight is about to happen.
But then there's always the pass and the dump off. But there's no rerolls.
That's what I'm saying. Dump off. Dump off's only 2+ unless it's marked. We're getting tight as the end of the game closes in. Muchos thought going into every single.
Haha, here's some friends.
Yeah, I know. So we need. I wouldn't think blitzing the blitzers is they got the sidestep, so it's really difficult to pin them down.
Yeah, you just pop them out.
Yeah.
That's it. Get in their face.
I think he's going to try and blitz the other one, isn't he? Because what you should do, the thing is, he's moved the ghoul. Has he moved the ghoul into scoring position? No, he hasn't.
He's closing up.
He's just the easy pass, yeah. So that zombie, potentially he could move into scoring distance, but who knows what's going on there. But what's he going to blitz? I think he needs to decide. I think he's got to go for the blitzer now on the the white has got to stand on the blitzer, not blitz him. I think he's not blitzing with this guy.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
Everything's risky now. Everything's very risky.
At the end of the day, the elves still have 2 turns, so this isn't gun ho. You can get players back out now, make it even more difficult.
Are we going to see some elfy bullshit? This is the question.
Probably. Mouthy smouthy bullshit. Let's see.
Elf on the shelfy bullshit.
Safety in number.
Oh, that is not good. Actually, it's not bad.
Donk. Donk.
Oof.
I call that a tie.
Ping! That's okay. At least there's two tackle zones on the player.
He almost had to earn the reroll.
He's got nothing else to use it on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Down goes another row. Oh. I like Union. I like the Elven Onions. They die quite nicely, don't they? I think being armor 7 is brutal. So this game's only been 2 hours, so it's this one's been a long one. I think much more considered than the other games. I think the last one was about 1 hour and 20 minutes.
So it looks like this is just going to have to be a hope in hell pass, or
hold it, or a hold, move players out. But that zombie can get onto the ball carrier now, because I think he's realised he's probably a bit too far away now to get a good pass off. So he's got to run down. It's going to be tough.
He really has to come down the right wing as well.
Yeah. But the catcher's got nerves of steel, so the catcher's catching on a 2+, regardless of all them tackle zones, and he's got 3 up dodge and a 2 up dodge to score. So actually, it's not the player I'd pass it to, and a go for it.
Catcher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting.
Problem is the pass. The pass is where it might slip up, because I think that's going to be like a -1.
He's going to do it now. Is he going to do it now? What is he? Oh, they'll go for it. I guess he's looking at the passing range.
Hey, I can sing. Did you know
Does
that?
Does he need another one?
Oh, really?
Wait, is that...
Oh, he's bricking it, isn't
what?
he?
Here comes the
I know,
last
pulled it up.
Oh.
No way. He's gone to the blitzer.
Now.
That was insane.
It needed a 5+. It was 2 6s, so the pass and then the catch. Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
He'd be laughing at that on tabletop. I'm sure he's laughing at that. There's the dodge.
And the match was certainly very tight.
Healthy bullshit.
Well.
He's definitely named this guy Canonian. Well done, the elves.
Ollie, his face. that was very good.
I imagine that in their dreams,
if it was any other team, they wouldn't be able to score. But if the undead or the necromantic get a riot here,
a vital kick bomb.
It's not actually too bad for them to score.
One of the squads to step up.
They need a riot though.
I guess the one turn is kind of on.
Yeah, I mean, it's on. It is on. But that's tough. It's really tough. There's not a lot of players to stop it actually in the Elves, so if you do manage to do it, it's possible. But yeah, what Sam needs to hope for is the riot.
Needs a quiet riot.
Yeah. Aaron's going, can these Elves get a one-turn touchdown? They can if they get a blitz. They both can do it.
I think we're going to see magic today.
Oh, I've seen some magic already, my friend. We've seen some beautiful things. And not just Blood Bowl. Not just Blood Bowl.
No.
I saw a man spew up
it.
in. I saw a man spewing up at 8:30 this morning in an alleyway. It was beautiful. Magic. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. What's it gonna be? Blitz or Riot? Changes the game.
What have we got? 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 I'm so excited. Oh my god!
Touchdowns are coming.
Boom.
That's brilliant coaching.
One more before the final whistle.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh well.
We're not going to see a one-turner.
It's a draw, but can the Necromantic kill anybody?
This is going
I'm
to be
expecting
decisive.
a foul.
They just got owned.
Will
Oh.
they pass?
The cool kids are saying nowadays, isn't it?
Punishment. And much to his astonishment, he was still
Is
alive.
the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
Oh, the blitz are on the line. Could this be? Oh,
Stunning.
punishment.
They're gathering around that
Where's the
lone
foul
player,
going to go?
like halflings
Oh,
round
it
a
has to be the
zeppelin.
blitzer. Surely, right?
It has to be a blitzer. I mean, well,
Ollie's gonna cry.
he's got better armour.
Got a
so
blitz. He's still got a
maybe not.
blitz, so he's gonna blitz someone.
Look at that. That's if you were the undead player right now, the necromantic player, you'd be like,
Who's that on the line? Is that blitzer there? If I was him, I'd blitz with the. Oh no! See, that's the problem, isn't it? With sidestep. Oh, I don't know what to do here. Probably blitz the. You got to re-roll. Blitz the blitzer with a flesh golem. Try and get Kaz. Where's he going?
It's so
It's gonna
close,
blitz the
and yet
catcher.
so much can still happen. Nothing's certain in this game.
Yeah.
he's going to blitz the catcher.
What a hero. Sadly, claw doesn't work against armor 7.
Oof.
So now what is he going to do? Or was he going to stamp on? He's going to stamp on that lineman, I think. Dampy stamp. Oh, so
Yeah,
the dead elf's now on the pitch. He's back. He's back, baby.
Where is he?
So, not quite sure, but I think that Necromantic and Undead teams, they get to play it instantly, but I think they can only do it once. Whereas Nurgle don't get the player instantly, they get to add them to the roster at the end of the game, but they can get unlimited players. So Nurgle could get like 5 rotters at the end of the game for free. Whereas I think that Necromantic and Undead teams can only do it once, which is why in the hub there's a little 0 there, because the raised dead thing's already been used.
Ah.
But they come back instantly, so they instantly become a reserve.
What next?
Oh, look at
You gonna
this.
dump off?
Pass. Well, it's
Oh.
something exciting in the dying
Where are you
moments of
throwing
the
it?
match.
Nowhere, apparently. No, that is a shame.
That's the
Could be
game.
scathing,
As far
but
as
I'll let the
pride
viewers
is
make up
concerned.
their own minds.
Oh dear.
Turn
Oh dear, Mr. Goku.
for...
Oh, well.
So, will we see an attempt at a pass?
Oh, the elves will for sure. I think they're gonna let something. I think they're gonna hit that wolf. If I was a betting man, that wolf's gonna get punched. Oh boy!
I'm surprised we didn't see the foul, but I suppose it makes sense to actually
He went for the
spend-
SPP, yeah. And, you know, with a re-roll, he should have got that. You know, and the catch would have then been, yeah. But end of the day, Sam doesn't have to play Ollie again, so
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Who
It's not
cares?
Like we're playing another game.
no. I would like to have done that, because it would have been like, it could have been a lot of games, 14 games, but if it took us all year, doesn't matter. It's only a bit of fun.
Yeah, we'll see how this one
Well,
goes.
there's already been
Maybe
nearly a
soon.
month for one game, but we'll see.
Now it's just
We
a
might have
simple
some more,
matter of getting the
PlayStation
ball
players
at
soon.
their feet.
Oh, really?
It's never simple.
We'll see.
Twinkle toes there.
More people want to get in on the BBL streaming action.
Oh, really? Good boys. Or girls. Boys and girls.
Scooping up the ball. The opponent's so close.
Now where's he going to pass it to? Oh.
It's good.
Last minute pass. But will it go anywhere?
There it is. That's it.
There it is.
I'm surprised he didn't hit the wolf, but then, you know.
He
Each to
wasn't
their
in it for
own.
the blood. He's in it for the money.
No, no, about the money. Oh, why is that song in my head now? What else have you got to do? Nothing. There we go. Full time. 2-2.
That was the game.
There was one moment, there was 2 kickoff results where it could have completely changed the game, but it was not.
So let's have a look at the SPP.
Yeah, so the Flesh Golem got the MVP, which means he hasn't leveled up unless I can't see. No, so he has not got any other SPP. And
The Glamridel Gladiators, they picked up. Yeah, the catcher has got an advance.
nice. So no level ups for the Necro, but that's fair enough. With the old MVP rules, it's actually quite difficult to level them up quickly. Dice rolls, let's have a little cheeky look at that. So, not a lot of dice rolled by the Necromantic overall.
No, well they don't dodge or pick up or do as much of that, but they've probably got more. If you switch down to the type of dice, they've probably rolled more block dice, and that is indeed the case. Yep.
Yeah, so they only rolled 6 4s, so that's half the amount of 4s of anything else. But mostly it was 3s and 5s. In terms of block dice, yeah, you're right, quite a lot. Pretty average, really. 26 pushes, 24 pals, 24 skulls and both downs. So bit more pushy than anything else, but pretty even. Unlike our game where everything was just, for me, was just.
Were Parsstone X3 sponsoring the sport when you were playing, Bob?
Belt polishing,
So
cream
the,
manufacturer.
I could have played that differently,
no
but
idea
I'm not used to
where these
dealing
guys
with so much fend.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
it really was, wasn't it? So, Glamidral Gladiators, what did they get? 1 failed catch. They failed 6 dodges, succeeded 25, so they failed, what's that? That's like 20% of dodges. So, below average. No, that's more than average, isn't it? Passes didn't fail a single one, including that bonkers 5+1. Armour, 16 fails, 16 successions. They broke a bit of armour. Injury, success 2, failure 15. Pickups were all good. Wake up after KOs, 7. I thought they failed a few. Anyway, going for it, 2 fails. But there was a few moments where like I thought that their fails would turn the game a little bit. Block dice, they didn't really roll very many block dice. But it was heavily weighted on the pals. So the block dice they did roll were heavily weighted on the pals. So when they did hit stuff, they went down. Let's just
Took
check
a couple of 1 dices when necessary as well.
Yeah, I think he took a reroll on one, didn't he? To get that blitz. When they had the blitz and he could have got the ball, I think he took 1. So,
Did you know? It's rumoured that
regen, 1 fail, 1 pass regen, going for 5, so this is the Necromantic.
Sport and would
2
rather play
2
with
failed
action
passes,
figures
2
instead.
complete pickups,
This has nothing to do
1
with
complete
your
catch,
bad-mouthing me in that last issue.
1 failed go for it out of 6, so yeah, that's average. 1 regen, 1 failed Kaz, injuries, 4 failures, 1 success. Armour rolls, so success 5, failure 18. I'm not sure if that must be the other way around, so it must be against them. So it must be that success against the undead was 5, failure against them was 18. Otherwise it doesn't make sense because the amount of injuries from the other boys were good. So we can confirm the round now, I think.
So I messaged Ollie to find out what he got on his catcher, and he's just doing the advance
Cool. We can have a little look.
Good
We can have a
coach keeps his
sneaky look.
players in top form through
I did
regular
have a
activity.
try, but it hasn't been done.
He
yet.
hasn't done it
We'll
yet.
see in a sec. It's showing no level ups. I thought he had a guy with 8.
Did indeed.
Am I going mad? I must be going mad.
Let's have a look.
I'm sure I saw someone with 8 on his team. Oh, has it confirmed the match yet? Have you confirmed your match yet? Are you there, Mark? You've gone a bit squiffy.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, do you need me to confirm something? Yeah, so you're saying he's got nothing. That's odd. Oh, now it is. Now it's leveled up. Now it's working. There we go.
Okay. Okay.
It took a bit of time to update. So he's got an injured lineman. I think that was the guy who missed next game. He's got to level up. He's got to roll yet. So he's got to roll that. And that's it. Yeah, all updated. So I can confirm the draw. So we got 3-1 to the Boomtown Bastards, as we said earlier, the Skaven. So currently the Corpse Pride and the Gladiators are, I think, 4th and 5th. Might be wrong. But anyway, let's confirm the round. Alright.
It has worked. Right, so yeah, his thrower got 4 SPP, I assume.
Bloodvisor had certainly got their hands deep into Blood Bowl. Don't you think, Bob?
I know the Bloodwiser CEO, Jim.
Canonian
It's not hands.
Air Arena,
It's
Blitzer
claws.
picks up the touchdown and takes 3 SPP. And the catcher, Marion Enanelwa, he's the big dude that got the MVP and the touchdown and has advanced. Ollie's rolled a double 5 and he's looking at guard or extra movement. Movement on a catcher is going to be big.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's movement 9.
So they got a runner.
Got a runner
It's
on your
better than they
team.
got a runner. Wow.
Well, I wonder what he's going to take on that. I mean,
What do they
guard
get for
catches
normals?
as well.
So his strength's a double, so he could go dodge. He could go for block. You get block, and then the next time he levels up, get dodge.
Yeah, they usually only get general agility, so.
So it's a good opportunity for block. Anyways. Okay. Well, rounds confirmed, so we are into the second week, I guess. Who have we got up here? We've got... Who are you playing? You're playing the Skaven?
I've got Dan on the Skaven.
Yes.
Did somebody call an exterminator?
A Verminator. I've got the Amazons. I think that's going to be fun. I'm not sure what I'm going to do against them. Luckily, though, with 4 blockers and 4
Cabal
wrestlers,
Vision
or
HD
2
comes
wrestlers,
with a
I think
range
I've got.
of new features.
I've got a good chance to get
Please
players
see your
down.
instruction guide for
So,
further
yep.
details.
Which
Don't
Certainly
be
stall them,
stupid,
and
Jim.
they're not a fast team.
Nobody
at the
ever
moment,
reads
so-
the
I
instructions.
think I'll have a bit of an extra movement buff against them. So yeah, should be able to outposition him. We'll see. I'm used to playing Amazons as well, so we'll see how we go.
What are the
Alright.
other fixtures? Who's Sam got next?
So up next for everybody, it is Ollie versus Colin. So that's the Elven Onion off. It could be 5-5 or something crazy. And then it's the Dark Elves, Aaron's Dark Elves versus the Necromantic. So that claw werewolf could come into his own in that game. Then it's the Bretonians versus the Amazons, and then yourself versus the Rats. So yeah, the 4 of us. Pretty good games. Good
Smashing.
games. Yeah. So how are we doing in terms of the leaderboard? So it still doesn't make any sense. It genuinely is done not alphabetically. I don't understand why. That's insane. I mean, really? I mean, the 3 of us have won. They're all at the top, but it's then done on Amazons, Bretonians, Skaven, and then the people who've drawn the year before N, Elven Union, Necromantic, and then Lost it's just Elves, Dark Elves, but then it's Curse running yourself bottom because your team begins with C, not B.
I wonder if there's something we can do in.
Have you looked at
the
Facetune
competition
recently, Bob?
settings.
I looked at it, and that's what I.
Have you
let's have a
looked
look,
at
go
it,
check
Jim?
through.
There's a
So
petition
gameplay
to remove
options,
you from the air.
missions. That's all there is. Maybe if I go back to the top, league settings, see what it says. I swear I set it up with the right thing. No, I think it's too late to change it. Look, I will keep track of it with because I'm not having it doing it on alphabetical. That's ridiculous. I'll put it properly. I'll do it properly. I'll keep track of it. It won't be too hard. Anyways, I think that's us, isn't it?
I think that might be us.
Indeed. So there's that.
Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
That was a good game. 2 good games we've streamed so far. I think the Elven Onions did better this time. Colin's guys just rolled all the ones. It was really bad. I don't know if you watched it back, but it was just every time they would have dodge. Whereas this was a good game. I think Sam, in retrospect, I think he'll feel he should have turn burned.
Ground out the win. Yeah,
Ground out the
maybe.
win, and then just hunted down Elves. Hunted them down. He went bold, and then it didn't pay off because Elves being Elves can apparently throw ridiculous passes.
Apparently they can. You can't trust the bloody elf. I think you have to say as well, though, that Sam wanted to keep the game going.
Yeah,
I think there was an element of sportsmanship in there that can't go unnoticed. So,
exactly.
Well done, Sam.
Top performance, chaps.
Keep
All
the
right.
game alive.
At
All right,
Massive
well,
Bifford
gentlemen,
fan
thank
on
you for
Twitter
watching. Whoever's
has
been
just
watching, and
sent you a rather
we'll stream again.
intimate message, Bob.
I guess
Would you like to take a look?
in the week, maybe.
Nice.
What is
Thank you,
ogre
everybody,
on
and thank
ogre
you, Mark.
action?
It's been a pleasure.
You too, my friend. See you
All
soon.
right, have a good night.
You too, mate.